Yo, welcome back to the OG house.
Welcome back to the OG house, y'all.
At night.
We not cracking the Red Bull this time,
Too late to do that. Too late to
we
do
ain't getting no
that.
sleep. But
We've got a new game for you guys.
Yes,
we came up with a new
sir.
game. We've been brainstorming.
got a new little segment.
Yeah, we're calling it Power Play. Yeah.
All right. So the gist of this is I have some like situations or like scenarios or whatever, and Elijah, he has
A bunch of video game powers.
Yeah.
He has real world situations, and I have video game powers.
yeah. So we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
see.
spin a wheel to do it.
We're gonna see what like. I'm gonna give us a situation, and then we're gonna see what power and what we would do in that situation with that power.
All right. Give me the first situation.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me see. Let's start off with. Let's do climate change.
Climate change. All right.
Climate change.
Time to spin the wheel.
The thing made it what it is.
Looks like we got telekinesis.
Telekinesis with climate. Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna assume that. First off, let me just say here, there's no. I don't know. I don't want to say no. There are limits to our powers.
okay.
So
Okay.
we're not just gonna like. I don't know.
We can't be Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not just gonna stop the rain mid rainfall.
Yeah. So, but my thing is, because with telekinesis it's more so like you able to lift shit with your mind and shit like that. Are we doing like the whole the mind reading thing too, or?
Mind reading. I think that's just like telekinesis. I think telekinesis is because telekinesis. I think that's literally just moving stuff with your mind. So we'll go with just moving stuff with your mind.
Oh, with climate change though.
But with climate change, I think I've got one. I think so. Climate change, I would, and I mean I don't even know the scope of my powers in this situation, but I'm gonna just go with I would go all the way down. Right, I would take a trip to the polar ice caps, and that would be the necessary sacrifice, and I would hold the ice caps together, make sure they just don't fall. This is what's causing climate change. Now, can I stop? Can I stop the sun from warming up the planet? No. But can I stop polar ice caps from melting and flooding the planet, causing us to get hotter? 100%.
But it's not just that. It's not just. It's not just ice caps though. That's what I'm saying. Like, because like the ozone layer is getting like hooked up too. But with telekinesis, we can't really hold together the ozone layer. But if I have the ability to like lift shit and you said we're not doing like telepathically communicating with people.
Yeah, we're not telepathically communicating.
Fuck.
Where it's telekinesis. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, because it would be telepathy if it was okay. Telekinesis. All right. My fault. In that case, I'm not gonna sit here and cast.
Don't get me wrong. This was a bad hand.
This is a terrible hand. That's what I'm saying.
Someone said, Jean Grey, stop the climate change right now.
You literally I feel like she would just start killing people. But for me, I feel
I didn't think about the dark approach to this.
I feel like, because that's low key where my mind was about to go. For like the people that is like doing all the shit with like the oil and everything else like that and gas and stuff like that, and they're like not taking in proper precautions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm destroying it. I'm destroying it. I will literally, I will lift it and like kind of like separate it myself or whatever, and in order to create that. That necessary like regulation. You know what I'm saying? If anything, if y'all want to follow the regulations, I'll be the regulator. Like, fuck it. Like, I'll do what I gotta do. All right.
Next situation.
All right. This is like a random little one, but I just put like a brawl, like
a bar brawl,
but like on a larger scale, like a mosh pit, like. A mosh pit type shit.
Like Astroworld.
Yeah, type. Yeah.
We're stuck in we're stuck at that one Travis Scott.
But it's a brawl, bro. Like everybody fighting up in that shit, bro.
Well, depending on what power we get.
Let's see.
What if we get to get telekinesis again?
We'll re-roll it.
We got
Future vision.
just don't go to the bar. Just don't go to the location. I just wouldn't go. Or actually, well, you have foresight. So if I was being real violent, if I look who I am, I'm still going. I'll be like, well, I know a brawl's about to break out, but now I can foresee all your punches. I'm beating everybody. I'm beating the brakes off of everybody there.
For me, I feel like I will know where all the safe spots are. So
You said I'm hot. No,
I ain't saying about hiding. I'm just not. If I'm going to a concert, I'm gonna be clean. So I'm not finna go out there and get my fit fucked up. And first of all, I ain't finna tire myself fighting a bunch of niggas. Fuck that. Like, a nigga got one time and still off on me though. And because remember, even though your future vision does have a limitation to it. So
but
I
what
would
be
say
the limitation?
you got like 5 seconds in the future, bro. You only see 5 seconds in the future.
That's enough.
Exactly.
That's enough time to react.
I know, but if it's multiple things, you got to think like, yeah, you can react, but your body limitations too. You not the Flash just because you got future vision.
But I know what's happening. So if I'm like, damn, 2 people are coming after me, I move to the left. You know, smooth and calculated, dog.
Okay.
Smooth and calculated. I'm beating the bricks off of everybody. I'm putting everybody and their mama on a t-shirt.
I mean, yeah. For me, it's just like I'm just saying like I'll be able to look for like safer like, all right, cool, because you gotta think this is like a fuck ton of people, bro, and you able to see 5 seconds into the future, but how much can you dodge? What if somebody getting thrown at you, bro? What you gonna do?
If someone's getting thrown at me,
yes,
I'ma move. I can see 5 seconds.
But you're around a bunch of other people. How you gonna move?
What you mean? I'm about to be like, move. Excuse me.
You know, I mean, I use it to fight, but only when necessary. I feel like I ain't finna. But at the same time,
exactly.
I could just I could freely be dusting niggas off.
Facts,
I ain't gotta worry about
you'd
shit.
be put on. You'd become a meme at that point.
I will be putting niggas on t-shirts.
Come on
bro.
now. Come on now. Next
Nigga,
situation.
they'll be calling me the t-shirt maker, bro.
Next situation, bro. Next situation.
They'll call me the print.
Come on now.
Okay. A pandemic.
I don't know if anything. Well, who knows what we might get?
I don't know. What's with it?
The ability to
time freeze.
I guess the time freeze.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This could actually fucking work. This is actually the most optimal fucking ability
For a
pandemic, yes. Because if you freeze time, right, you get the virus. Okay, you get a sample of the virus. You freeze time and you're able to work on it.
But I got a great limit for you though.
Oh no. Okay.
You can only freeze time for as long as you can hold your breath.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
That's a wild. Okay, hold on. That's kind of wild.
But wait, you could wait. Yeah, you still have time in between. Like you said, if you get a sample, the sample's not gonna escape in like 2 seconds.
Because I was about to say, is it like no? So as soon as I start breathing out, time continues.
Yeah, time continues.
I don't know what it says.
But you have to think about I know we can't be. I know you can't be around me. We gonna fuck around and be like, all right, let's hold our breaths real quick. You gonna make me laugh? We'll be like, fuck, the virus got away. What the fuck were you? Why are you laughing? You'll be like, that shit was funny though. Come on, man.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is, are we both gonna have the ability though?
Let me think of a different limit. Trying to think of like a weakness that time freeze, because time freeze is just a really OP ability. You have to think about that. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, you can only time freeze as long as you can hold your breath. And some people, look, I can hold my breath for a whole minute.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
and I think I could recover from that whole minute in about 30 seconds. So there's pretty much a minute and then 30 seconds in between everything. So if we were to take a whole entire day, I don't know how many minutes are in a day right now off the top of my head, but
24 hours.
But that's a lot of time taken away from. That's honestly like a lot of hours even like saved in a day from you just breathe, holding your breath for 1 minute and be like.
Oh, but that's another thing we're not taking into consideration too. Because when you start moving around, you're gonna start exerting more energy.
But I think I could walk around without breathing still have at least a minute. Cause think about it, people swim. I think swimming takes a lot more energy than.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Nigga
Y'all
can't
can't
swim.
swim.
Nigga
Can't swim.
But I still don't know how I would use it to. I mean, the only thing I can think
but
about
with that kind of handicap though, it's not really much you can do within a minute.
Only thing I can think about doing is as soon as I hear that like it's about to break out, I would probably. This is my dark perspective. I think I'm going to use a dark perspective on this. I would find patient zero before anybody gets to him.
Oh yeah, freeze time.
Or my bad. I would find the first couple of people that have it, and I'd just kill them. I mean, or do what I gotta do, whatever I gotta do. I mean,
I'll lock them up. Lock them up.
Like, until here's some TV dinners.
Because you can write a note. That's the thing, though. You can write a note in that time while you're frozen in time. You can write a note, everything like that. Transport the note and do this. Hey, look, this was about to happen.
Is how am I about to get to fucking? What is I think the COVID one was in Washington. At that time, I was in Texas. Who's holding their breath on the fight?
No. I don't mean that. I mean because you saying you're gonna find the people, right?
Oh, I guess you could find them first, then stop. Yeah, or leave a note.
That's crazy though, because it's hard to kind of handicap that. Because I was about to say with time freeze though, a pandemic with time freeze is actually kind of perfect, bro. You can literally solve the problem before it fully breaks out.
This is true. But I mean, think of it. You still do have enough time to be all right, who the fuck was this guy? Honestly, I would probably just go wipe out an entire state.
That or it's you can kind of test stuff in between that. Be all right, cool. Get samples, blah blah blah. If you see that it's gonna fail, hold your breath. Go on from there.
Spoiler alert: an actual good power that I put on here that I think would actually be really good for this is Eagle Vision.
Which one?
Eagle Vision.
Eagle Vision, from fucking Assassin's Creed.
Now, why do I look? Because they can see. Because they've updated it over the years. To the point
where they can the see, hawk, and you can be
not even that, not even just the hawk, but I mean they can see air particles. And,
all sorts of shit. Oh, that's perfect. Because then you could really find the truth of that. Yeah. But yeah, time freeze, bro. Time freeze is crazy.
Next situation.
All right. Let's do a flood. Oh boy. Fucking cry.
Oh? We got clones. This is good.
Clones?
Yeah. I can do something.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's easy.
But what's the limitation?
Every time you clone yourself, each one comes out a little bit deformed than the other one.
Okay.
So
that's actually kind of perfect.
The first five probably come out perfectly fine, but past 5, then you start getting clones that come out with one eye, one leg, one arm.
Yeah, not really being able to speak.
Losing.
All right. Well, flood though. I feel that's actually kind of perfect though, because it's when it comes to trying to help people, it'll really come in clutch. But helping people aside, trying to kind of because a flood, I feel you can clear that shit up if you got a bunch of fucking clones, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Throw a bunch of clones at it. And you can
You said throw a bunch of clones.
Yeah, we can treat them.
You said create a damn pool.
I was about to say treat them niggas like beavers.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Have a collection.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna be on the beaver mentality. Just build a dam real quick with my 50 clones. Some of them might be can't speak and can't talk or walk, but hey, look, some of them still got arms and you can still push it. You can still use a hammer.
Mm-hmm. I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Keep moving.
The 100 clone that's literally just an eyeball is looking at me
can't even speak. Nothing.
Can't do nothing, bro.
Nah. Yeah, no. Clones, I feel clones will be kind of perfect.
But I think like I said, I think I would just throw them at the water, like you said. Make a dam with the clones, not make a dam have the clones make a dam.
Okay, so when the clone dies or whatever else, do you feel the pain that they have? Kind of how. Remember how in Naruto when he used the clones to
completely separate.
Okay. Then the clones get thrown at.
Yeah, bro, I'm throwing them at the flood, bro. They're all gonna
I'll have them drink the water.
Facts.
Look. Yeah, I can keep going.
That's sinister. That's sinister. They look at you. Why? I have to do what you tell me to do. Why?
No, because if I'm gonna create a dam anyway, I can drink some of that water. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the clones will be able to help people and everything else.
That wasn't a bad power for flood. I won't cap.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Traffic.
Please give me a good one, bro. Oh. We got the Lucio. I told you this at the beginning. I told him. I think I said, if we got the Lucio aura for fucking traffic, we already know what I'm doing, bro.
Speed boost.
This is the only perfect
That's the
one.
perfect power. There is no, and there's not even with the fucking what is it?
Oh, but you know what?
With limitation though.
I would say the only limitation. I think the limitation would be like, I don't know, like it probably affects, like his circle. Only, if they run out of the circle, they don't go, which means people.
Oh, that's still fine though. I can get just enough people to go.
That's right. I would just
If
break.
I stay at the front of the pack.
No, that's what I was saying. I would break the law, drive all the way up to front, like a drive on the side of the road all the way up to traffic, be like, speed boost. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Let's go.
We going. And they go like, damn, they actually kind of going. We can go. Yup. Now. This is the thing though, because even still, like I dealt with this shit the other day when I was coming home from work. Traffic. This dude had like two 18-wheeler fucking lengths of space in between them, and he was still not going. Left lane and everything like that. First of all, if you do shit like that, you're a fucking menace to society. You need to stay off the fucking road. I'm not gonna cap. I hate you. But yeah, no, people like that. I'm not gonna lie. Those are the kind of people that I hate. So it's like. You may run into that even if we do speed up the front of traffic.
True.
And then what if you can, like, the more vehicles you have in your bubble, the smaller the bubble gets, though.
Well, the more vehicles you have in the bubble, though, then the bubble would just continue to get smaller. Yeah. So I wouldn't see.
The more vehicles you have, the slower the speed boost.
But that's more like, honestly, that works out, though. That's a limitation that kind of works out. Think about it. Because then you're affecting everybody. Everyone's still going at least like a percentage faster.
Yeah.
But the problem is, would it be that the people closer to you are going faster? Or would it be that the people out further away from you are going faster? Because the people further away from you are going slower and the people close to you are going faster.
We just create more traffic.
Yeah, it doesn't solve the issue. Exactly. It's a paradox.
Exactly. We're stuck in a loop.
Oh man.
Yeah, either way, like I just feel like that's good though. I like that shit.
Next one.
All right, we got one more. I'll do one more. Robot uprising. This is the out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Give me something good.
What is it?
It's telekinesis.
We gotta roll it again.
Roll it again.
See if we can get one that we didn't have. Bam!
Oh shit. And Eagle Vision for the
robot uprising. Okay. If I'm thinking about machines and technology, there's always a main like
like a part that it's gonna shut them down permanently.
Exactly. So with Eagle Vision, you can see it. But the question is, what's the limitation?
If you use it too long, you go blind.
You start to lose sight. Okay, so hear me out. Here's a caveat to that. The longer you so
the longer you have the potential to go blind.
I was about to say, the longer you use it, the longer like when you stop using it, you're gonna stay blind for a certain duration.
You know what? Yeah. I'll go after you use it, you go blind.
Yeah, but then like your vision will come back, but after a certain amount of time. So you got to use it. You got to use it sparingly. You know what I'm saying?
But how many robots are there?
Nigga, it's a robot uprising, nigga.
Well, then shit.
iPhone standing up. Samsung standing up.
Well, if I
Your
take
PC
out the
standing up.
bro,
This microphone standing up.
I take out the server.
If they create their own.
I take that out and I shut them out. They all need something. They all need something. They all need something to power themselves. They need internet. They don't got no gas in them. Come on, man.
I knew what's wrong with them, but they ain't got no gas in it. All right,
I feel like it would just highlight. Yeah, you'd just be highlighting crit spots at that point, and then.
But then you have to have like a group of people to fight with you though, because once you see the crit spots, you ain't gonna be able to really attack though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this like Terminator level of like I'm fighting robots like in a battlefield, or is this more like I'm in the street. There's like maybe 5 robots at a time patrolling the street. They find me, and then I'm like, eagle vision. Boom, boom, boom. Kill all 5 of them.
Kind of like something like that, and like a little bit like iRobot. Think of like iRobot and fucking Terminator.
Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna block everybody with the Glock.
But then you gotta remember, I go blind. Like, you can't see.
Yeah,
but then there's gonna be more robots.
But I can shoot while I got the eagle vision. I can still see with the eagle vision.
So then that begs the question though, because then I feel like
that's what I was saying is that I feel like the more you use it though, like the more blind you become. So like, you know, if I'm using it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I start going blind. Like, oh shit, like I can't even see in eagle vision. Like I can't see, bro.
I was about to say like you start losing like a lot of the things that you'll be able to see in eagle vision. Like, you know how we were saying like you can see like the particles, everything else like that. As long as you use it, that stuff starts like going away and start fading, and you start fading back to normal vision.
I go with that.
That shit would be hard. Now that makes me wonder. I didn't put this scenario in there, but now it makes me wonder what power we would get for an apocalypse.
What kind of apocalypse though?
A zombie. I'm talking like zombies, like Walking Dead / Left 4 Dead.
Try one more.
Like Left 4 Dead type shit.
We got the perfect one. It's necromancy.
Necromancy? Oh my god, bro. We win.
There's literally nothing they can do to us.
And even with a limitation, there's like nothing like that can really stop it. Damn, that's actually kind of crazy fucking work, bro.
Nah, I thought of a limitation.
What's the limitation?
The more you use it, the more like whenever you use it drains your life too. So you're pretty much on a time crunch. But every time a zombie attacks you, and you know what? I'm gonna say that these are aggressive zombies too. Not even like some like.
So like I said, Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, these are like zombies. Left 4 Dead zombies with some special abilities.
Black Ops 6 zombies.
Yeah.
Bro.
So.
Stop, there's an amalgam.
Yeah, but the more you use it, the more you're taking away from your own life. So you'll start to actually see like your hands and stuff rotting away, and you pretty much slowly become a zombie yourself.
So is this based on like, I feel like, is it based on how many zombies you take control of, or like?
It's based on how many times you use it. Not necessarily the wider range, but there's still also a limit, I think, on how many zombies. You know, like I'd say you can control like. We'll say we just recently discovered this ability, and we have no idea. We get tired. We haven't trained ourselves up yet, so we can get up to like maybe 5 or 6 zombies. But only you usually only run into like that number, if not more. There are situations where you can run into more, but you can also use your necromancy to defend yourself. So,
is there any way for me to gain my life back though?
Nope. That's the limitation, bro. That's your weakness, bro.
That's some bullshit, bro. That's a garbage ass power then in this situation.
Yeah,
bro.
but I'm saying that's the number. So what I would do is, I mean, this is just me. But like, I can't say that I would do this. Let me not do that, because I wouldn't even know until like it's too late. Probably, I'm assuming I wouldn't know until it's too late. So probably I'd go around just being safe, like, yeah, let me take care of my family, stop the zombies. And then one day, I notice my flesh is falling off of my hand. And I'm like, oh fuck, right? So I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I'm using my necromancy. So then now I'm like, well, now I need to find a way to not have to use these powers. So now I got to go find a cure. And I would probably just use my powers to find a cure. If I fail, I fail, but...
I feel like that's not really good use of the power, though. Because how was that...
Because I'm like, there's zombies all over the place. But I'm safe from zombies. Not really safe, but it's a weapon that I can use against them in case I get in some... I would also bring guns. I wouldn't always resort to my powers. But in sticky situations where it's like, oh shit, like, we're out of ammo... We need something.
So then this begs the question of, because when necromancy, you bring some, from the dead, you can control the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So if I use my ability on one zombie, if I keep having control over the zombie, I'll still die. Or
you could keep that one zombie
with
summoned.
So with the same side effect, just the one side effect.
Yes, but it would be like you use that one zombie that's like 1 life point. You know?
Oh, then I win.
Yeah,
I win. I'm not gonna lie.
but
I'm going after the amalgam, and if it takes me 10 life points to get him, I'm getting a fucking amalgam.
But there's gonna be another amalgam.
Fuck them. Amalgam versus amalgam.
Shit.
All the regular look. If I don't have to fight an amalgam, because either way it go, like I'm gonna have to use a lot of fucking bullets on an amalgam, bro. That's gonna be a lengthy and strategic fight. Now, if I can use my amalgam to distract that nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I can create little Molotovs. I can create all types of shit. I will fuck that nigga up. My amalgam ain't fighting by himself. He got me. And the little ads that's next to him, the little regular fucking honcho zombies, they getting fucked up.
He said they getting fucked up. All right, bet.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, that was power play.
That is power play, y'all. With gaming abilities, we want to make this like a regular segment and like
try to make it a regular segment.
Yeah, and try to do like different abilities, like some from like certain animes and not just games, and some from animes, or we can do some from like specific games. Yeah, that only powers us in that one specific game, like Destiny or some shit.
That'd be crazy.
Destiny, I want to do it.
They have to be able to, I don't know. I feel like all those are just destroying stuff.
To see, but
that's all right. Welcome back to the OG house, y'all.
But speaking of games and stuff like that, y'all, the Gaming Awards happen, y'all. Yeah,
we got some good games coming out. We
got a lot of good fucking games out. I'm not gonna cap. What is it? There's like 2 games that, maybe even 3, that I'm really, really excited for. Mm-hmm. One of them is Monster Hunter Wilds, of course.
100%.
Like 100%. Of course, bro.
February comes around the corner. Don't talk to me.
It really is. That's my birthday. It comes out on my birthday. Don't bother me. My birthday gift is me playing Wilds. I don't give a fuck. But Wilds, I know that Elden Ring is releasing a...
Yeah, but it's more like a PvP.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that.
But I'm like, I was iffy about it, but I'm like, okay, it look kind of cool. But the one that I'm like, Borderlands 4 is in there. I am excited to see what Borderlands 4
I always like Borderlands.
I love Borderlands. Borderlands 2 will always have a special place. Salt dude!
Yep. Beer's the flesh. Come on now.
But the last one... this one has a special place to me. Aminusha, bro. Not a lot of people know about that fucking game. And it's crazy to me because it's like this old school, based in Edo, Japan. Yeah. Where Nobunaga gets he was trying to take over feudal Japan or whatever. And he died. And the main character from the first game, Seminosuke or whatever, he fights like demons and stuff like that, and then the demons end up bringing back Nobunaga and shit. And so they're trying to stop the demon lord from coming back because they use Nobunaga to help them bring back the whole demon lord. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say in cap, the whole concept is dope. You get this gauntlet on your arm. You're able to absorb the souls of the demons that you kill to power up the weapons that you get, and you get different weapons based off of where you at, bro. Game is fire. My dad used to play that shit all the time on PlayStation and PlayStation 2 and shit, and I used to love watching him play it. So the fact that now it's coming out, they releasing a new one my generation, I'm gonna keep the name going because I'm naming it after my dad. So it's I'm gonna keep the fucking going, bro. I'm excited for that shit.
Sounds like a good game.
It look good too. Graphics is fantastic. I don't know what game you excited for, bro.
I mean, they don't really announce a lot of games that I was really familiar with this year, honestly. Besides, like you said, Monster Hunter, Borderlands 4 is coming out. I mean, I wasn't really particularly excited about what is it called? This Elden Ring DLC. What was it? There's a I don't know, yeah. Honestly, we're all excited for we're both excited for the same games. Yeah. But what is it? Astronaut?
Astro. Was it Astro?
I think it's Astronaut. Astrobot. That's what it is.
That winning Game of the Year is actually kind of crazy. I'm not mad about it, but I am kind of mad about it. I wasn't expecting it.
I don't know. I feel I don't know. I mean, I guess it's subjective because I can't really sit here and say that, a platforming game is, and there's no way a platforming game is better than Black Myth Wukong, because I didn't play Astrobot, but I did play Black Myth Wukong. And I thought Black Myth Wukong was pretty good. I won't lie. So I never even beat it, but I still think it was pretty good. Beat that shit either, but I have a decent amount of time into it, so I don't know. I thought it was pretty good, but
I played Astrobot, and
it's just a plot. Like
like honestly, because I played it a little bit, it was literally a demo game at first.
Yeah,
when you got it. It was on there to help you kind of get used to the new features that the controller had, like the PS5 controller had. So I was like, you know what, or whatever, you get the vibration, you feel like the trigger pulls, everything like that. I played it when I first got my PS5. I said, this shit actually kind of cool, what the fuck? And then my girlfriend was playing it, and she was like, I like this game, babe. I like this. And she was just playing a demo before the actual game came out. And she was like, I want to play the full game of this. And they released the game for it.
It was
it was popping for a minute.
It was Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy
Rebirth, Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, and then Astrobot. And a lot of people, what is it? I don't even know. I know a little bit about Balatro.
It's like a gambling game. I thought like
cards. A little card game. It's like solitaire and poker, I think.
Balatro won a lot of fucking awards, though.
Apparently, it's a good game. I don't know. I'm not really into card games, so that's why I was like,
I'm not good at that.
And I mean real life card games. So that's why I was like, I'm not getting that. I don't care about that.
I need Uno and shit like that in my life. I gotta play Uno and stuff like that. But I was really surprised that I was like, damn, Balatro won a lot. It was another one that was winning a lot too, and I couldn't think of the name of it.
They did release a game that I don't even know how I forgot about this. Witcher 4. They announced Witcher 4.
Oh yeah, they did announce Witcher 4, bro.
I'm gonna play Witcher 4, 100%.
I ain't gonna cap. I bought Witcher 3 and I still haven't beat that shit. I don't even remember what I purchased it. I don't know if I purchased it on Steam or if I purchased it on Epic Games. But
that shit used to always be on discount, bro. Every time I'd see it, and it'd be like,
it was just, I didn't really, since I never played any of the other Witcher games, I was just generally just kind of confused, and I was really trying to play that shit on mouse and key. I feel like if I was to go back now and try to play The Witcher 3, I would plug up a controller, and now that I know that I can do that, I will literally plug up a controller and have that experience like that, and I feel like it would be a better experience for me.
100%.
But playing that shit on mouse and key, I would not recommend it. That shit is actually kind of.
I wouldn't recommend. Honestly, this is my hot take. I don't recommend anybody plays action or any action RPG / just action adventure game on a freaking mouse and keyboard. It's terrible. It's a terrible experience. Every time I see people who who play Monster Hunter on mouse and keyboard are actually batshit insane.
I'm a little bit batshit insane because at first
I know. I also was doing it, but that was because I didn't have an Xbox controller. I was forced to do it.
Yeah, I didn't. At that time, I didn't really know that I could connect my controller to my PC. So this is when I first started switching to my PC. I was always console. I was like, man, fuck it. I'll do what I got to do. And I got used to it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then I found out, hey, you can plug a controller. I'm like, let me see if I can plug my controller. I plugged that shit up and I said, hey, nope, I'm plugging this shit up, and I was whooping ass. And that's literally what it is now. So I'm like, I can't play shit like that. Like, imagine trying to play Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
Imagine trying to play Devil May Cry with a fucking mouse and key, bro.
I don't know.
That shit is weird.
Whenever I see the symbols for the mouse and the keyboard, and it's here's how you do the combo. You gotta press mouse button 4 and shift and backspace in order to. No, bro.
I'm like, good. No, I'm okay.
And B and V.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. You can just remap it though. Nah, bro.
No, it's still
everything I need. If they can put all that on that controller and it can somehow work, why the fuck do I have 16 different buttons to do 16 different things on my keyboard and mouse?
Facts.
It's just insane to me.
I couldn't do it. That's one of my biggest things with games like that. I can't do mouse and key on shit like that.
Now, for first person shooters, I can get away with mouse and keyboard.
Mouse and key. I'm currently playing playing Black Ops 6, and I'm playing mouse and key. I've tried controller. I tried numerous times.
Call of Duty is the only game though I'll hook up a controller. That's the only game I'll hook up a controller. Everything else though, like Apex or Fortnite or anything, now I'm just I'm not bothering with a controller anymore. Because now it's now I can bind my buttons to something else.
Yeah.
So my hand is comfortable. But controller, trying to aim with an analog stick after aiming with a mouse keyboard after years is not fun anymore, bro.
Nah, it's not. Literally, he was like, why don't you try plugging up a controller? I tried plugging up a controller for
I don't know. I just
Black Ops 6,
once you get used to it.
I tried, bro. I tried numerous times. I tried 3 games with that shit on.
It takes more than 3 games.
Bro, you literally got used to that shit in 1.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Bro, you literally was lethal shooter. I understand it now. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then we'll start there. Like,
bro. Because I was playing earlier in the day with U-Song during lunch. I remember, bro. I remember when I hooked it up. I was playing earlier in the day with U-Song. And then I was like, damn, bro, I'm still not used to, what is it? Controller. And then you hopped on and we were playing for the evening. And I was like, I understand it now. I understand it now.
It's just weird because I'm so used to like with the movement and stuff like that. Like when I tried to play with controller, I was aiming better with mouse and key, everything else like that. I don't know.
That aim assist is just too strong.
That aim assist is actually kind of crazy.
I'm sorry,
I'll be seeing some of that shit and I'm like,
I'll be aiming at something, bro, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay. But now, like, I don't know. Oh, me, you could have told me that there was aim assist in the game. I was like, there's no aim assist. I'm missing all my shots. But what is it? Yeah, bro. I don't know. Like a lot of the games that were announced this year. I mean, like, I think they're like starter games, really. Outer Worlds. That's what it's called. Outer Worlds 2 was announced after it was announced 2 or 3 years ago. Again today. So
they're doing that. They're bringing back like an old ass game, and they're bringing it back. That Life of Targ.
Terror the Dinosaur game or whatever. I think
something like that. Like that shit. I know that came out like years and years and years ago. They're about to bring a new one for that, and I'm like, all right, cool. But since we're speaking on games and like how like there's not like a lot of new stuff, I feel like this is something that I've always want to like discuss. Do you feel like games are not as good as they like were like in the past?
So I think we've been spoiled. I won't lie. I think in 2015 through like 17 to 18, we got spoiled, dog. Like I was playing Red Dead, and I think about that every time. Like this shit was released in 2018, dog. Or 2018. It was 2018. It was either 2018 or 2017. One of those two. We were still hopped up off of GTA 5, which came out while we were in middle school, by the way.
Yep.
So that's just something you have to think about. We had games like Monster Hunter World that came out. I don't know about you, but that broke my goddamn.
Monster Hunter World was.
What is it? There's just a lot of good games that came out during that time, and then we kind of hit a little bit of a decline. Right. With things kind of like, okay, this game isn't good because X amount of reason, right? It's unfinished. It's this. And here's my hot take about games, all right? If the game is playable and is working as intended, okay, there's a little bit of like, oh, why didn't they add this feature? Like there's a little annoying things that you're like, why the fuck didn't they add this when they fucking added the game? Why the fuck are they waiting until season 2?
Right.
What is it, like Diablo, right? I remember we were in your stream trolling you, bro, being like, Diablo 4 was fine, bro.
Nah, bro.
But I believe it or not, in hindsight, Diablo 4 actually was fine. Besides, like, I don't know if it was because I was on the Korea servers or something, but my character did get deleted and reset multiple times. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know if there's like some weird like thing going on with my computer and that Korea servers, and they weren't really loading my character really right. But I still had my character. They weren't deleting my character. It's just like I would get rolled back.
Yeah,
from being like level 40 to like level 20.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, I remember.
So that's why I was like, all right, well, it's just not saving. So I'd be like, all right, whatever. But like in hindsight, some of these games really didn't have an issue. People were kind of, I think what happens is that fans kind of blow a issue out of like proportion.
Yeah.
And it's like, this one issue is this is just so bad. Like this game is like today, right? The Game Awards is a perfect example. People are upset that what's her face from Witcher 3 is the main character now. Her name's like Ciri.
Yeah.
People are upset that Ciri's the main character. They're like, bro, she looks like a dude now, bro. Like, blah, 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 blah. Or there's people who are like, why are there pronouns in my video game? And it's like, bro, literally just English language.
Yeah,
like, so it's like, we have these things that people are like, this game is woke. It's like, or like, this game has a terrible game-breaking glitch that's just unfixable and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, people were saying that Anthem, yeah, okay. Anthem's one of my like, damn, I wish that game took off.
I'm so
The
pissed
only
off
thing that
Anthem
was
did
wrong
not
with
fucking
Anthem,
take off.
personally, was that it was made by EA. I'm sorry.
It just didn't have no content. They didn't have
It
enough
didn't have any
content.
content, and the fact that there was just a lot of things that you had to pay for.
Yeah,
or like the cosmetics that you had to pay for were kind of annoying. It was just why I was like, okay.
But that ultimately that's like, so our games like.
So that's what I would say. What I would say is that games aren't like worse. Like they are good. Like I'm not gonna lie, these games are good, bro. I don't care, bro. Like people trying to say, oh, it's just a cash grab. What do you want them to do? Not make money?
Well,
that's my hot take, man. I think there are greedy people, but I don't think that people getting mad that a company is putting out a product and that they're mad at the pricing of the product when they've already seen what you guys would pay for.
So that falls into like, do you think consumers are the reason that games are failing? But my opinion on games being better or worse, I feel like graphics 10 times better than what they were before. But I do feel like our generation now, we aren't as, how would I say this? Our attention span is a lot shorter than what it was in the past. Like, I feel like back in the day, we would be more so like, I don't care about the grind. I'll do the grind just to get the reward, whatever. Now, I feel like since our attention span is so short that a lot of games release shit and they just want to be like quick with a lot of stuff. So we got to keep their attention. We got to do this on because if we don't, they're not going to pay attention. They're not going to want to do that. But I do say, like, I'll use Bungie as a perfect example. I personally don't like the fact that a lot of things are like kind of like behind the paywall, or that you don't really get a good product until like the release DLC. But the reason I say Bungie is because Bungie is the one game that I know that you had to pay for a DLC and then they just took that shit away. Didn't give you nothing back for it. Nothing like that. You buy the DLC and they just took it. They didn't care. Like they were like sunsetting.
Oh, that's what should be
when they sunset, and they were like, okay, like you can't revisit nothing. So now Destiny 2, people are able to play it, but you're kind of like thrown like, for us, we don't really care because we played from the beginning. We went from, okay, you're only able to get to level 20. Your light is only this high. The first wave was Leviathan. A lot of people don't know about Leviathan. A lot of people don't know about Callus or anything else like that, but they get thrown in the middle of something. But then like, okay, cool, I want to play this game. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for this. Okay, I get it.
I think Bungie's the extreme. I will say,
Bungie is the extreme, but I do feel like, I personally feel like with a lot of games, they release a game and then they want to. I don't like the idea that if I'm buying a game and I have to wait for the DLC to just get the story completed. I don't like that. If it's an expansion, I don't mind, because with Destiny 2, they release expansions. The Final Shape, they do like Forsaken, everything else like that. Monster Hunter World, an expansion. Iceborne was an expansion. Their DLCs were free, but it added content. I feel like a DLC was more so downloadable content. It's always been downloadable content to like add to the game. It's never been like, it's just to add extra content to the game. Never to, okay, the DLC is to complete the game. It's never been like that. I feel like games now are taking that turn to the point where it's like, in order for you to enjoy this product and get the full experience from it, you have to wait for the DLC. No, I feel like Elden Ring is a complete game. Yeah, and it made its fucking money. It made its fucking money, and then they said, "Look, we're releasing the DLC," and the DLC was what a DLC was. Yeah, extra content. You don't got to do it to get through the story, but you can do this shit and have fun and everything else like that. Okay. Sekiro didn't have a DLC, but Sekiro was a fantastic game.
Sekiro needed a DLC, but
I agree, because that shit was good as fuck. I'm still mad at fucking Butterfly, that bitch.
I don't know. I feel like more so. I don't think I've ever. I mean, maybe there are a couple of games, but I don't think I've ever seen a game where they're like, you can't progress in the story without buying this DLC. I think maybe the only instance I've seen that happen was technically WoW, but they don't really do that. They kind of like the past expansions kind of become obsolete, I guess you could say. You get the level up, and they're like, all right, bet. Now you've made it to the most recent part of the story, so gimme, dame. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I understand, but I mean, it's just how I don't know. I guess that's just how like the market's going. I mean, like if you want
to a certain degree,
I think as long as you tell a story, so that's what I think. As long as a story has been told and it gets wrapped up, and then we're on to a new thing. So that's why I don't really. Or if there's an overarching story like Destiny has it, right, where we're first we're fighting Gaul, then we're all like, oh wait, what's going on with Osiris, and why is freaking homeboy back alive, Saint 14th back alive? I thought he was dead, Oh, it turns out like there's there's more shit going on. Moving on the Shadow Keep, where we find out the darkness is coming and it's moving. The ominous force that we keep hearing about is actually coming to us now. Yeah. So it's just like, oh, okay, bet. I mean, like, look,
that is fine though but I feel like, Destiny is that type of game though, because even with Destiny 1, how whenever I didn't fully play Destiny 1, so I'm speaking from like kind of like outsider looking in, but when they did, Taken King, everything else like that, it was just like you got a good story, but then it was just adding more and explaining more in the story as they added more expansions.
Destiny 1 story actually was hot garbage, but
Taken
King was fire.
Yeah, but like for me, it's like with Destiny that makes sense. With WoW that makes sense, but for regular games, like even with Kingdom Hearts 3, remember how we got a conclusion to the story. Yes. Somewhat, but then when they did the Remind DLC, they explained everything else, and then to conclude the story for what it was in order for it to make sense. I don't think that we need a DLC for the game for the story to make sense. I feel like games nowadays, people are just trying to release a game to release it so they can get money, and I feel like a lot of the times sometimes it's not as good as it could be. But I also feel like
you can release a game.
You can release a game
and get money.
Yeah.
Or my bad. Because you can have the purpose of, I want money, right? And I released a good game.
Yeah.
So
because that's why I use like Elden Ring or.
Well, I don't think they released that to get money. I think they did.
They just From Software.
I think From Soft actually really. I think they just care. But the reason, obviously, if you make a good game, you get more money. Because I was about
to say, like, even with like, since you brought up like Anthem and stuff like that. First of all,
that's
Anthem
a great example of like
great example
of like we made a good game, but we were really only here for the money, bro.
Yeah,
I think they really
EA does that a lot because even with Wild Hearts, me and Ian was playing that shit fucking religiously. They still to this day, they were having issues from the get go with PC performance, with everything like that, stuttering, like everything. They never fixed it, never. Even to this day, they never fixed it. And then on top of that, too, they were like, you know what? We're releasing like 3 additional monsters. And they just stopped. They stopped doing support for it. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Because the game literally had so much fucking potential. It was like, we can't play Monster Hunter right now, but we got Wild Hearts and the weapons, everything, like the whole system was fucking compete with
Monster Hunter enough either too. I was literally talking about this. I was like, I feel like someone needs to compete.
Yes, and that's what I thought. I thought Wild Hearts was gonna do that because the route that they were taking, they were like, look, we got this monster. We're doing an alpha version of this monster, and it's gonna be a lot harder. And then we're releasing this monster, and this monster, and this monster. We're like, okay, cool. Lie. So I'm like, what the fuck?
I would have liked Wild Hearts more if that building shit wasn't in there. I won't lie to you.
Really?
I thought, no, you're wrong. I did think it was unique, and there were a lot of the like build. Like, it's not that I didn't like it. I just think it could have I don't know. I feel like it could have just been a really good game without it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was still good without. I feel like you didn't necessarily need to use it. You didn't need to use it. Literally, a lot of the weapons, like, but I feel didn't really have
that's
to.
What I'm saying is that I feel like they could have fleshed out weapon combos instead of focusing, because I feel like that's like the only thing I would ever say about Monster Hunter is like you're just pretty much using the same attacks until that motherfucker goes down. Yeah. But could you imagine if we had like the level of combos that don't make rounds? And it's made by the same fucking game studio. So why the fuck don't we have it?
Oh boy, if we had Devil May Cry combos and Monster Hunter, bro, I ain't gonna count.
But what is the new one? The new one you can use it. I do think they're kind of going in that way because I would say
there's a lot of new shit.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, I'm ready. That's why I was like, it does look like they're moving into the whole like, oh, well, you can use 2 weapons at the same time. You can, special combos.
You can swap out without having to go back to the tent.
Yeah, so that's
just call your fucking secret and call it a day.
Yeah, so that I'm with, but like I would hope to see like in the future, like like just more like I always say this is like I think that's also another issue is games aren't the same because they don't have enough competition today. There is a game. There is a game that dominates every space of genre that we have. And
Call of Duty,
World of Warcraft. Everybody doesn't have enough competition because even like with Final Fantasy and look,
those are the only 2 that's out there.
Yeah, even when I look at that, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Every time I look at the numbers for WoW versus Final Fantasy, even just on Twitch. I'll just go off of Twitch. There's more people watching WoW than there are people watching Final Fantasy.
I feel like it depends on the time because before,
even when
Dragonflight came out, when Dragonflight came out, but then when Endwalker came out, you remember a lot of WoW players were switching over to Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy was popping up. But they're the only 2 that's competing with each other.
But then Dawn Trail came out, and then even then, I was like, that's crazy. Like. The numbers are like it honestly just stayed the same. I was like, oh, I was expecting to see like
it wasn't as impactful as Endwalker or Shadowbringers because they finished the story off. They finished that arc off of the story.
Yeah, but I don't
Dawn
feel
Trail
like
is like a regular relaxing.
I don't know. I feel like it was just that big switch that everybody was doing though, because at the time, I won't lie to you, Shadowlands was just garbage. Season 1 Shadowlands was fire. But the rest of Shadowlands, WoW was bad. And then everyone was like, well, I don't want to play WoW anymore. And I want to go play another MMO. And then Final Fantasy, really great trend Shadowbringers. You and me know that already.
Shadowbringers is fantastic. Yeah. I liked Endwalker too. I'm not even going to shit on Endwalker since I beat the story. Because I played all the way up to Dawn Trail. I was
having fun.
And that shit was fun as fuck. We was on that bitch like.
Yeah, no, we were
like
having
that.
fun.
But like you said,
there's not enough
competition between games. But it's hard to. I feel like it's hard to. I feel like a lot of people are kind of scared. That's why indie games are popping off more.
Yeah, because
I feel like that's I feel like AAA games is not what it needs to be. Since I feel like we play a lot of AAA games. Yeah, I'm not gonna cap. I feel like because during the Game Awards, I was seeing a lot of indie games, and I'm like, what the fuck is even this? And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold up, this actually is kind of cool a little bit.
Yeah, but then I don't think so. I think every few years we get an indie game that's like, oh shit, like
shit.
Oh shit,
yeah.
Like I don't even know. I don't think Hades was an indie game, was it? No, I think Hades was actual like maybe a AA or AAA game. But yeah, like there are a lot of like thrown away AAA games. Like remember that one pirate game that came out?
Sea of Thieves?
Not Sea of Thieves, bro. It was another pirate game. A lot of people don't even remember. See, this is what I mean. The AAA game that came out, I think it was Ubisoft that released it, and nobody talks about it. It was bad. Yeah. It was real bad.
I was about to say one of my old favorite games was Knockout City.
Oh yeah,
that shit was boy.
That's
Knockout
what I mean.
City
But like,
shit.
I feel like every now and then you get an indie game. I think indie games fill a small part of what people are asking for. So like, I don't know. Like if I want to play a small little fun game that doesn't take too much time, I can play an indie game. Or if there is a big, there are some indie games that are like huge and like kind of like they have a lot of content in them, but like they don't have like the
Hollow Knight type shit.
They don't have like a lot of like, I guess, what is the word? But the mechanics and the graphics aren't really all that great. And that's where I would say is why, I mean, whenever there's a good AAA game, best believe most of the time, half of the time, if it's really good and everybody and their mom's playing it, it's game of the year.
Yeah.
Which is why this Game Awards was kind of probably like a really like Black Myth. I won't lie, Black Myth Wukong was a good game, and I am surprised.
I'm surprised that people were saying like, hey, it's still a lot of. I mean, like, I ain't gonna sit here and cap and be like, oh, well, I'm not surprised. No, I was surprised that it didn't
surprised.
Win.
I won't
that Astrobot took it. I was like, wow. But I do feel like, like you said, like I feel like a lot of people are scared to go against like the major companies because it's like what game am I going to release that's going to compete with Black Ops 6?
But that's the whole reason of competition. It's like is that you release the game, right? And usually this is what happens, actually. I won't lie, because this happened with WoW, actually. Is what happened with Final. That's why Dragonflight ended up being like kind of like a medium okay, and the War Within is like kind of like really, really good. A lot of people like it. At least I like it. I mean, I heard people like it. But like I think it was because of that whole switch over with people going to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And you see they added like follower quests, the follower dungeons.
That was for Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy incorporated that shit.
You don't have to pay to change your character's gender, race, or well, you do have to change for the race change, but for for the gender,
you can change whatever.
Or character change. Yeah, you don't have to do all that. There's more customization features.
I feel like there was a lot more competition back in the day with because thinking of Call of Duty, you had Halo, you had Gears of War, you had like shit like that.
Yeah,
now it's like, what is really, they tried to release Halo again, but Halo was not, lost a lot of its essence. But because it's just like Fortnite is the only thing that's like, oh, we got a shooter. Oh, well, there's Fortnite. It's either Call of Duty or Fortnite.
Fortnite came out, and then guess what happened? People started coming out with battle royales left and right.
Apex Legends.
Fortnite, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Fortnite is a great example of the competition, bro. They were seeing, people were like, oh shit, Apex Legends. There were videos where people were like, oh, I don't want to play Fortnite anymore. Apex is so much better and more like, it's not as kiddish. Now Apex Legends, they thought they ain't have no competition. They don't fall off the food chain. Yep. Fortnite's still alive today, even though they got sued and I got my money back.
Yeah. But
that's what I mean. Like, I don't think there's a lot of competition, and with competition comes the stuff like that. People are like, okay, I think we should do this. I think we should do this, or no one's playing the game, and then they're finally like, okay, we need to listen. Like, if it's a live service, that's also another thing. A lot of games are live service now, but I also don't think that's a problem at the same time, because there's really just no way to get around it. I won't lie to you. If the servers aren't online, they can't save your shit to the cloud. Yeah. And if you can't save your shit to the cloud, you risk more chance of your shit just getting deleted.
And we're in a very digital and heavy internet world. So it's like a lot of companies aren't thinking of they're gonna play co-op, so let's do a split screen type shit. Yeah. Like, they're like, why would we do that? Because 90% of our consumers have Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus. So what's the point of us having to do, let's make sure this is really good for split screen or whatever. They're gonna do online for everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I get it. I get the whole online thing. Some people don't like the live service stuff. Now, and again, I go back into like what I was talking about with, I don't know, there's a lot of like politics now to games too, where again, you use pronouns. This game's woke. That new Avowed game that's coming out. One of the game directors, like, I don't think you should do this as a game director, but it's whatever. Like, I don't really care. But the game director was like, I put pronouns in the game just to piss off this political party or this demographic of people.
That's dumb.
I think that's dumb. I don't think you should be I don't think you should be like, I don't want this specific group of people to play my game. But at the same time, freaking out about pronouns is like weird, because everybody has pronouns.
And that's,
you get the choice. Who is it hurting?
Yeah, exactly.
So then, like, why is it a woke piece of garbage? Or
it's just like putting race in a game, bro. Like, are you gonna be upset because they have light skins and white skins and no, like, it's part of the game. Like, they're literally trying to. I feel like people aren't understanding that. Just as the world is evolving, games are also evolve, and it becomes more revolutionary. Bro. So they try to, whether you accept it or not, games always try to accept their audience.
Why are there pronouns in the medieval times? Why would you put pronouns in the medieval times? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so it's like
back in the day, you would get slaughtered for this type of stuff. Like,
right.
I don't know, bro.
It's just like, I feel like a lot of people are just looking for a reason to complain when it comes to shit like that. Facts. Like, I feel like if it bothers you, then either just don't play the game, or
usually that's what they say. But I think that's what I'm saying. People are slamming on games though because of that, and I think that's a reason.
Dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's just like, if you look at it, even back in the day, like Game Boy Color Pokemon, or like when you started playing Pokemon Soul Silver, you ask you, are you a boy or are you a girl? So it's like, that's literally what it's doing. It's literally all it is. But yeah, no. Gaming, I feel like gaming is headed to I feel like gaming is becoming more stagnant, and we are just becoming more okay. I feel like graphic wise, it is definitely improving. Graphic wise, hell yeah, improving. But I do feel like we're kind of getting a lot of like repetition with certain AAA games. But
I think I don't know. I think they're getting better. I won't lie. I think that we're gonna get more. You can say clones, but we're gonna get more clones before we get like, oh shit, like
an original.
They really did that. Like not even like an original, but it's more like, okay, like think about it like this. There's gonna be someone who's gonna make WoW's a thing, right? Someone's gonna make a WoW clone. We're gonna be like, this is just WoW, but it's a good game, and they do these things that WoW doesn't. Yeah. But they're gonna be like, eventually they're not gonna keep up, and it's not really gonna be that good, right? Then there's gonna be another studio. They're gonna make another game. Yeah. And they're gonna be like, hey, we're making that game that did what WoW did, but this time it's on the same global scale, or fidelity graphics, all that stuff as WoW, and then WoW's gonna get replaced. Yeah. And then we're gonna be okay. Then Blizzard's gonna hit us with the WoW 2, and we're gonna be like, oh shit, WoW 2 competition. WoW 2 is the best MMO that's ever released in this decade, and
I feel like I just feel like games need to get some more competition.
They're always gonna come. That's what I'm saying. The competition is gonna come. It's just not gonna come fast.
I'm ready for the games to get more.
But 2015, that's what I'm saying. 2015, 2018 was like.
That was like
the peak of gaming. People were like, oh, like we want people to. I want Xbox. PlayStation was like, I want Xbox to suffer. God of War. Come on now. Yeah. Come on now. Like that's what I'm saying. Who was expecting God of War in 2018?
That's what. Nobody. And it was a fucking banger when they dropped it too. That's the crazy part. So that's what I'm saying. Now it's just like I don't know. Like I feel like that's also why a lot of games are not doing as good, because PlayStation and Xbox, they used to be going head to head. They used to be going head to head with their fucking.
Honestly,
releases,
I won't lie. I feel like I thought it was always a play. I won't cap. I thought PlayStation was always winning. I won't lie. I don't think
it's because I feel like they started winning more.
Yeah, PS4 came out. I won't lie, bro. They just started winning, bro. I'm not
like I feel like that's when they started releasing more. Like they started releasing Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man came out. Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, they had
Last
fucking
of Us. All of that.
And that's why I was like, okay, cool. And then Xbox was like, we gotta do something. And then it was like, Gears of War 4. Gears of War 5. Like shit like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and Gears was a good game. I makes that shit low cap.
So that's what I'm saying. But it's just going over time here.
Yeah. But
this was OG House.
This is OG House, baby.
At night.
Night.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let us know your thoughts on Power Play, and give us some powers and stuff like that y'all thinking of. But we love y'all. Peace.